Long live the king. The three things most integral to the design and creation of this replica crown were first and foremost the original crown, or pictures of the original crown from Patrick Conlin, Duke Torgul, Adobe Illustrator, and Procreate. The original crown is by far my favorite SCA crown. I might be a little biased, but you can check out Patrick Conlin's Metalsmithing in the links down below. I used Adobe Illustrator for all of the main line work on this crown, anything that was fairly straightforward, where I could get the measurements right or close to it and build out the structure. If anything got a little too detailed, like the lions or some of the hashed work, other little fine details, I would break out Procreate, do that work, and then bring it back in. If you're looking for medieval fantasy and Viking inspired patterns and artwork, you can check out my website, darkhorseworkshop.com. 25% off on your first order is pretty good, so go check that out. If you're looking for even bigger deals on patterns and art, you can check out my Patreon, where every single month that you are a member, any patterns I release, any art I release during that month, you get, as well as old patterns that I bring forward. So you're probably getting 4 or 5 patterns a month, plus an art pack. Can't go wrong. So to cut everything out, I enlisted the help of my Creality Falcon2 40-watt laser cutter engraver. Creality has been killing it with some incredible products lately. It is by far my favorite laser cutter to date, and they keep getting better, and they keep getting cheaper. If you haven't checked out a laser cutter or have been interested in checking out a laser cutter, check out the links in the description of this video for the Creality Falcon2, 22-watt, 40-watt, as well as I'll probably put a link to their new enclosed Pro version in there, which I might be doing a little video of soon. Then it's time to do a little bit of cleanup with alcohol, prime it with some miniature paint primer, and then do our paint job. Recently, I've been getting back into mini painting, and I've got a lot of Vallejo and Citadel miniature paints in the perfect colors for this crown sitting around, so I decided to use those. You can obviously use whatever paint you want, but if you're interested in Vallejo paints, link in the description down below. The most important part of the entire paint job, honestly, was getting the gems right. And my miniature painting background, though I'm not an incredible miniature painter, I do know generally how to paint a gem. So if I could get the gems right from like 5 to 10 feet and fool a few people, I think that we could all say that my job was well done if that was the case. Mission accomplished. After I was done painting everything, I hit it with some matte varnish. It's all I had lying around, but I think it worked out for the best, because then I took some strategically placed gloss varnish and hit the gems, the ridges of the crown, and the silver parts. And I think those together made it pop really nicely. So maybe you want to do your whole crown gloss? I think I like the matte and gloss myself. I've been multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch at around 2 p.m. on Fridays PST, so you can come check that out. And if you're interested in finding some of my older live streams, they're all hidden from my channel unless you go check out my playlists. Check them out, check the live stream, and you can find them there. You'll also find there some videos on how I use Illustrator to create patterns, so that might be something you're into. Go have a dig around in my hidden, not hidden live stream area. Hey, if you're looking for like-minded creators and craftspeople, look no further than the Dark Horse Workshop Discord server. I recently opened it up to everyone. We gained 300 people over there in a month. It's incredible. We're doing contests, chatting about leathercraft, props, costumes, all sorts of stuff. So check the description of this video and come have a look. If you're looking for tools and supplies, I've got you covered. You can check out the description of this video for links to both LONSDALE leather with my 10% off coupon code, or you can check out my personally curated Amazon storefront where I've got tons of different tool selections for you to take a look at. If you're not sure what the Society for Creative Anachronism is, I've put a link to their website in the description of this video, so go have a little boo at that. Little boo. Do people say little boo? I guess they do. I love these solid brass peening rivets. I use them on everything, though specifically I make sure they're on anything that's going to see combat. If it's not going to see combat, then there is a chance I'll use 2-part rapid leather rivets, but man, I use these rivets on a lot of stuff. Because this crown is going to see combat, it needs to be attached to the king's helmet. How are we going to do that? We've got these little tabs that I've put on here, painted gold, so we can lace specific parts of the crown to the helmet. We've got center front, center back, and some on the sides. I'm sure eventually it'll get just blown the hell off by somebody, but for now, it's pretty secure. Hey, if you enjoy this kind of content and you're looking for more, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the little doodly-doo bell down below. Hold on one second. If you're interested in medieval, fantasy, and Viking-inspired leathercraft, take a look right here. Or, if you want to know more about that Creality Falcon2, have a look at this video right here. And until next time, keep on being creative in whatever it is you do. Hail to the king, baby.